Good morning. Happy Tuesday. So here we are at another week, and this week we are shifting gears. We're moving on to something else, and we're going to be talking about people who have changed America for the better, okay? We're going to be looking at some people who maybe we might not normally study, and you'll have some choice. It'll be great for you. So anyway, we're also looking at monuments, like who deserves a monument? Who gets one? What purpose does a monument serve anyway? What should it look like? Where should it be? All of those choices, okay? So let's go ahead and let's take a quick look here. So first off, these are some examples of existing monuments. So right here, this is one that's it's a little sketchy, honestly, right now in American history. This is of Confederate leaders, and it's in Georgia on Stone Mountain. It's a huge thing, okay? Here we've got Mount Rushmore. So you've got 4 major Americans right there. Thank you, Teddy, for the national parks. Love you. Then over here we've got Statue of Liberty. Now, obviously, this was not modeled after some great American, but it is a very American symbol that was given to us by the French, okay? That sits in the New York Harbor. We'll talk more about that later when we get into immigration, perhaps. Then over here, we've got Abraham Lincoln, of course. That sits in Washington, D.C. Down here, we've got Franklin Delano Roosevelt, okay? And this caused a lot of controversy because they were like, should we show the wheelchair? Should we not show the wheelchair? What do we do? Because he did have polio as a child, and that afflicted him also as an adult. Down here, we got Crazy Horse. This is unfinished. This sits within a stone's throw, really, of Mount Rushmore. They're very close together in South Dakota. This one's... it's interesting, you know, very deserving figure, yet why isn't it complete? And then we've got Martin Luther King Jr. here, of course, okay, emerging from this stone. So, what we know, okay, we know about many American change makers, like this guy, Thomas Jefferson, okay, for better or for worse. But what about lesser known people in American history, like past and present, okay, or past and recent history? Right here we have Ida B. Wells, and she was a journalist. I believe she was considered one of the muckrakers later on, you know, in the early 1900s, but her major thing was to take a close look at what was going on with lynchings, you know, and trying to really make it so that people had an awareness of what was going on. But she's very interesting, right? Yet we tend to know less about some of these other players in American history. So your job this week, you're going to have a lot of choice. You're going to be doing a Genius half hour of sorts per day, Tuesday through Thursday. One person of your choice per day. I've got 3 different categories of types of people, and then you will choose one from each and blah, blah, okay? So your goal is, of the 3 people you choose to research and profile, which of them do you think would be most deserving? Which one is most deserving of a monument and why? So here we've got Rodin's The Thinker. I don't know. I think. Okay, anyway. Then you have on Thursday, just to be very clear here, you have 2 things that you need to have complete by Thursday at 11:59 p.m. Okay? The first part is a Google Doc that you are issued in Google Classroom today. And it has 3 pages for you, okay? So Tuesday, you focus on one person. On Wednesday, you choose another person. And then Thursday, you choose yet another person, okay? So it's kind of Genius Hour style, but there's also some other things to help you. You'll see. And then the other thing that is due on Thursday by 11:59 p.m. is a really short Edpuzzle, okay? And that can be seen right here. So you're thinking about the purpose of monuments, okay? And this is mainly looking at Confederate monuments that were erected after the Civil War, why they exist, where they were placed, that kind of stuff. It's just presenting some of the data on when they were put up, okay? It's just something to think about on the purpose of monuments. So I thought it would be good for you guys to take a look at before you go ahead and design your own. Now, Friday, okay? Friday, you will have finished with those 2 things. Friday, you are going to go ahead and make a digital collage. Actually, you have options here, okay? A through D, those are options. You're just doing one of the 4. You're going to tell me which one you might want to do. Maybe on Wednesday, I will put a question in, just a quick poll or something like that instead of your regular attendance question, just to find out which one you might like to do. Digital collage is one idea, okay? A Zoom meeting is another. drawing a diagram of a design for the monument by hand and labeling it and all that kind of stuff, taking a picture, uploading it, whatever. Or you could write a proposal letter to the mayor of the city where you think the monument should be placed, and you're going to explain why, okay? So let me go back for just a second, though, and show you for this task A, People Who Changed America, what that will look like for today. So for today, here we've got our page that you'll work on, okay? And it has the date clearly up here, Tuesday, April 8th. We're focusing on women, all right? So this is the space for your research notes, the who, what, when, where, why, and how, okay? Over here, you've got sources that are included for you. If you want to do the ones that I've given you here, go for it. Be my guest, okay? These are some great sources that I've curated for you. We have a video here in green, and then we have another article from Mental Floss, all right? So it's 12 facts about Elizabeth Cady Stanton, who was for women's suffrage, by the way. She was trying to get women the right to vote. Or you can choose a person from this list that is linked here, and you can go through and you can decide, well, which of these women might I like to do? And there's 17 in this list, and then you would go and you would do a little outside research of your own. You would find some of your own sources so that you can fill in this section right here. And then your final thing is the impact and relevance. So for this particular person, what did this person do to make America a better place? What are their contributions? Alrighty, so this is the one for Tuesday. Wednesday, you'll focus on a different person. On Thursday, you'll focus on yet another person, all right? And then down at the bottom here is your question that you should be thinking about for your final product, which is one of these 4 options. Alrighty, I hope you guys have a great week. Please let me know if you have any questions. I so appreciate your survey results. I went through and I looked at what you want and what your tools are that you like and all that stuff, so I'm really trying to consider your wishes. Miss you guys. Hope that everything is going well. Please contact me through Google Hangouts, through Remind. You can email me, or if you want to talk face-to-face about something, you can also say, hey, Ms. Shapiro, can we please Zoom for just a minute or two? I'd be glad to do that for you, okay? All right, miss you guys. Bye. Have a good week.